Today, January 18th, 2012, many websites and individuals alike have come together in opposition of a couple pieces of legislation currently being circulated through the U.S. Congress. SOPA, an acronym for the Stop Online Piracy Act, is a bill being debated by the House of Representatives, and PIPA, short for the Protect Intellectual Property Act, itself short for Preventing Real Online Threats to Economic Creativity and Theft of Intellectual Property Act, is a bill on its way through the Senate. While both of these pieces of legislation are said to be aimed at combating the web-based piracy of copyrighted content like that of movies, music, and television shows, having either of the two signed into law at this point would prove disastrous to what is the freedom of information we've all come to expect from the internet. In effect, the passage of either of these two bills would pave the way for a future of internet censorship, allowing any major corporation to block content they deem to be a violation of their copyrights, but not only the content itself. As opposed to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, with either SOPA or PIPA passed in their current forms, now the website hosting that content would be threatened with legal action and removal from domain name systems for that single offense, effectively putting it out of business. Does that sound bad enough? Well, it gets worse. Even websites that do so much as link out to copyrighted content hosted on other sites could be held accountable for violations and shut down. In short, every single website that allows user-generated content would be under the constant threat of prosecution, and with that, unable to sustain their business model and forced to shut down. Sites like YouTube, which actually do an extremely good job of policing content and removing that which is copyrighted, could still end up some of the first targets of major media corporations looking to act on the powers given to them with these bills, as regardless of how advanced a system there is in place on a site to combat copyright violations, there is simply no way to catch 100% of instances. Mega Upload, Mega Video, MediaFire, and other file hosting websites would also be at certain risk of legal action. Sites like Twitter, Facebook, and Reddit, which host links to content elsewhere, could also be found in violation and shut down. And if the largest tech corporations out there can't stay afloat in the turmoil caused by the passage of these bills, what hope does any startup have? For a nation in the worst economic state since the Great Depression, and one struggling to create and maintain jobs, this not only kills current ones, but prevents the hopes of a great deal of future internet-based entrepreneurship. How productive is that? Yet another disastrous consequence of these bills is the fact that their implication would be global. Granted, the United States and its quest for world dominance is nothing new, but this would have a direct impact on any internet user worldwide. Any US-based tech company shut down as a result of these bills would obviously be shut down to any international traffic, as their servers would no longer be in commission. And conversely, any international-based website found in violation could be blocked from US ISPs, and should that website be highly dependent on US traffic, it could be unable to sustain itself and forced to shut down. Yet another way jobs could be lost. Needless to say, piracy is an issue, but this is not a solution. This is simply the result of pressure from corporate media lobbyists and a $90 million+ payoff to Congress, Love Hollywood. It's also the first major attempt at limiting the freedom of information available on the internet. Corporations, if your goal is to actually stop piracy, there are better ways of accomplishing it. Take those $90 million and use it to help create a distribution platform that is better than the illegal alternative. On the other hand, if your goal is censorship under the guise of stopping piracy, then we will do all we can to combat it. Now, unfortunately, part of the reason we've reached this position in the first place is that much of the US Congress is of a generation not entirely familiar with the infrastructure of the web, as apparent by the title the House of Representatives used to refer to people like you and me while debating SOPA. Internet nerds, we're called. Well, as internet nerds, we have the ability to voice our opinion as to how we feel about internet censorship. In the description, I've linked a great deal of resources that you can use to learn more about and help to combat these bills. Sign a petition, contact your local representative, boycott the products of companies supporting these bills, or simply spread awareness to your friends. If you enjoy the internet in its current form, if you enjoy sites like Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Reddit, Mega Upload, Wikipedia, any one which hosts user-generated content, if you enjoy my videos, then let them know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.